Alright, so I am super late on this anime that won probably most of the Crunchyroll awards last year, and the name probably goes without saying by now, but I finally binged all of Season 1 of Demon Slayer. Wow. First impressions were how amazing and beautiful the animation is, as well as the soundtrack for the adaptation. I previously read the first 3 or 4 volumes, so not a whole lot, but I knew what to expect story-wise opening up for the first couple of episodes, and even knowing that, what I was getting myself into didn't even prepare me for what the experience that I received. So let's talk about our main trio of best boys edition best girl Nezuko. We have Tanjiro, the kind, noble, brave soul. This young man convinced the Hashira himself, Gyottomioka, I don't know if I said that right, water form master, user, and creator of the 11th form Dead Calm, to allow his sister, although being a demon, to survive and fight along Tanjiro. He's the kindest soul there is, and definitely best boy material Tanjiro, not Gyu Tamioka. Next, we have Zenitsu, the sleeping butte himself. The screaming ball of terror is probably the biggest wimp in the entire show. While he's awake, that is, he is seen begging for marriage, screaming at spiders, too frightened to follow his friends into battle unless for the sake of a cute girl. However, when this young man falls asleep or faints, that's when the lightning is released literally. He may have mastered only the first form, but his master, or Gramps, told him if he could only master one form, then he better perfect it, and let me tell you, that is exactly what this young man did, moving like Barry Allen from The Flash. This pupil dashes unseen and strikes with lightning speeds and actual lightning. It's incredible. I remember when he fights the spider on the mountain. Tanjiro even asks Inosuke if he heard a loud bang like lightning. The boy's incredible. He's also hilarious and adds a lot to the group as he's like screaming his head off most of the time and terrified. But you need a scared boy amongst a dope and a brave. So, speaking of dope and brave, we have the best for last, my personal favorite, the man, the myth, the boar's head Inosuke. We are introduced to him basically just trying to fight anyone he finds that is strong. The first dual wielder that we are introduced to in the series, as well as having these very unique serrated blades. This young man is a riot. Everything about him, from getting headbutted from Tanjiro during their first encounter, and from then on out headbutting trees and walls, just to try to get his head as strong as Tanjiro's, to the smoke coming out of his little boar snout whenever he gets pissed off or frustrated. It's awesome. I love everything about this character. Him trying to be stronger than everybody else is extremely comical, and him trying to beat Tanjiro at everything makes me laugh every single time I see him on screen. The fact that when he gets brand new dual swords and he takes a rock and starts making them serrated by busting the hell out of them in front of the forger of the sword was probably my favorite scene in the entire show. It was fantastic. I mean, I love the fights, don't get me wrong, but the comedy in the show is definitely top tier. So, time for the demon girl of the series that captured everyone's hearts as well as every cosplayer's attention. Nezuko the Powerful. So, obviously, she cannot go out during the day or she will literally ignite. However, during the night, she is quite formidable, seen many times having Tanjiro's back and very much so holding her own, especially during the fight with the Tamari and Arrow demons pretty early on in the series. She kicks back the Tamari that were blowing the other demons' heads off literally, as well as knocking holes through the entire building, not to mention her demon blood art, which I won't reveal for those who haven't seen the show yet. But oh my god, it is a sight you do not want to miss. It's freaking nuts. As soon as it happens, my eyes lit up like joy and what the hell was that? If there was one fight that I would have to talk about in the entire first season, it would have to be Tanjiro and Nezuko versus Rui, Zenitsu versus the Spider, and Giyu and Inosuke versus the Father Spider. I know that's technically 3 fights, but they're all happening relatively close to the exact same time, so I'll allow it, and it's also my video, so all of these fights reveal so much about all of our characters' strengths, as well as their weaknesses. I haven't been that hyped for a series, like for a fight in that series, since Joseph fought AC/DC. It was incredible, not to mention, of course, the astounding animation that was accompanied by the fight. The fights in this show, oh my god, they're incredible. Like, the choreography is astounding. I loved every single thing about it. All in all the fights, as well as the character interactions, just makes you want to delve so deep into the show that you never want to look away. When Tanjiro meets all of the Ashira, and they have no idea that Nezuko's existence is allowed by the master, is one of the most intense scenes I've seen. I was literally on the edge of my seat, seeing everything that happens to her inside of that box. Oh my god, and from Tanjiro headbutting his way in and showing how much he cares for his sister, trying to prove that she is innocent, it is nuts. The fact that Nezuko does prove them wrong and Master Tanjiro right? Huge sigh of relief and so heartwarming. You just want to grab your heart and squeeze it. It was beautiful. Also, the fact that there are points in the show where you can tell the main trio isn't what you would call extremely overpowered. I mean, even when they're holding their own against the mother of the spiders, I think it was in the mountain, I think it was the mother, and fighting the other demon slayers when she's like playing them like puppets, it proved problematic. Obviously, the three weren't trying to kill the other demon slayers, but it was definitely a rough go around. You get to see them actually take quite a few beatings, which isn't all that common when you watch anime characters. Usually it's just them wiping the floor with people, which I don't mind seeing, but the occasional tough fight is fantastic and makes for a very, very interesting story. I loved it. Alright, well, I think I'll wrap up my rant there, guys. If you liked the video, don't forget to click that like button, as well as subscribing to the channel for some more anime and or related manga content. I've been Crypto Anime, and you guys have a great rest of the day.